Give me your arm, O bearer mine. Let me help you fill the world with teeth. Hello everyone. Welcome to another in-depth exotic review. Today we're looking at the young AHAMKARA'S spine. This Gunslinger exclusive went through a recent adjustment in the July 17th patch. The spine now affects quite a few aspects of the Tripmine grenade, greatly improving your neutral game if you play your cards right. The premier perk is called Wish Dragon Teeth. Increases Tripmine grenade duration and blast radius. Ability damage grants Tripmine grenade energy. It also comes with +1 resilience and +1 recovery by default, with the options of adding +1 to either mobility or resilience. The tooltip doesn't mention these extra perks, but in the 1.2.3 patch notes, we also learn the spine improves how fast you throw the Tripmine. Nor does the tooltip mention the increase to how much damage it can sustain before being destroyed. Let's take a look at how all these perks work in action. The difference in how much damage a Tripmine can take is huge now. It's about the same amount of shots from any gun that it would take to defeat another Guardian. Without the spine, I can destroy the mine with 1 shot from Dire Promise. With the spine, it takes not 2 or even 3, but 5 shots. In addition, the spine increases the time duration from 10 seconds to 30. In PvP, these improvements help to cement Tripmine as a zoning tool. This lets you corral enemy players to where you want them to go, and if they waste time destroying it, they'll get themselves shot in the back. In PvE, it's inconsequential. Enemy AI in Destiny is not smart enough to avoid grenades like this, so they'll waltz right into it either way. Next is throw speed. In short, you can throw it farther and faster. Pretty simple. This translates into sticking the grenade in angles that you normally could not, and getting the grenade on the wall faster means your enemy will have less time to react when it arms and detonates. The meat of the perk is its blast radius and cooldown buffs. Take note here that this does not affect the detonation radius. Tripmine detonates when enemies enter a 9-meter threshold. In my testing, it appeared to me that the 9-meter range does not change when the spine is equipped. What does change, however, is the damage fall-off within the blast radius. The maximum potential damage is 160, the highest single hit of any grenade in Destiny 2. To test this, I had my buddy Quimby, you're the homie, walk directly toward Tripmines and stop as soon as they detonated. Default blast radius will hit for about half of the total potential. With the spine equipped, it still hits for the full 160, even at the edge of the blast radius. So, in other words, if someone sets off your Tripmine, it'll hit them like a truck, no matter what. If the enemy manages to back up a bit before it explodes, it'll hit for 100 points or more. And finally is the bit about ability damage. This is where things come full circle to making the spine usable in PvP. Ability damage includes super hits, throwing knife hits, and Tripmine itself. Notice it's hits, not kills. Each hit seems to fill the cooldown meter by about 1/3. It doesn't matter how much damage either. You can get 1/3 back with just 1 point. Oh, and explosive knives counts as 2 hits, by the way. This final aspect of the spine really sells it for me. D1's spine simply gave us true Tripmine charges, while D2's original iteration was so lackluster I didn't even use it. Ergo, why you're not seeing any comparison footage in this video. Right now, Gunslingers are in a pretty bad spot, meta-wise. They have been for quite some time. They're in dire need of neutral game enhancements. Other subclasses promote survivability or defensiveness, and sure, I guess it's not too toxic for Gunslingers to wear the Wormhusk crown. But this exotic promotes and rewards smart, aggressive play. If you make sure your abilities do any amount of damage, you'll be seeing your grenade recharge very frequently. And I think that's what I enjoy the most about the spine. It has a skill gap. Those who best calculate the angles on which to place Tripmines will find that they have a way to make Gunslingers shine. To maximize your cooldown speeds, you can go one of 2 ways, both of which are equally effective in my opinion. You can spec into 2 grenade mods, or 2 dodge mods, or some combination of those. You could spec into melee mods, but I personally like to run Gambler's Dagger, which negates the need for melee mods altogether. So is this a worthy Hunter exotic? Heckin' yeah it is. Is it the best? I think by now most of us know the answer to that question. Revisiting my own tier list that I came up with in my Ophidius Bathe video, I'd put the Spine in the same tier 3 category, but I think the Spine offers a better neutral game than the Ophidius Bathe does. I can't think of much else that Bungie could possibly do to make it any better, except for perhaps giving you 2 grenade charges just like the OG Destiny 1 version. But by all means, give the Spine a test run for yourselves and tell me how it went for you in the comments below. I read all my responses to my videos, and I try to respond to all of them as well. That does it for this exotic review. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please consider liking and then sharing with your Destiny comrades. It helps me out a lot and it's always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see any more of my reviews and gameplay highlights in the future. This has been Cal. Have a good one.